It all begins here with Convergence number 0. Superman gets pulled into the secrets of Convergence and Brainiac. So ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Hey everybody, Punisher88 here, coming to you live once again with another edition of the Thursday Review. And as I mentioned in my intro, today I'm reviewing Convergence number 0. Now right off the bat, I gotta say, Convergence has been a pretty hot topic lately in the comic book community. I heard some views on Convergence, more negative than positive, and so I figured, since issue 0 came out yesterday, I would pick it up, give it a read, and then let you guys know what I thought about it. And also, from what I noticed, from watching some, weekly pickup videos, it appears I'm one of the rare few out there who actually picked up Convergence number 0. So yeah. And another thing is, from what I hear, apparently Convergence is going to be a 8-part main story with either one-shots or some 2-part stories tying into it. So, and at the moment, I'm kind of on the fence on deciding if I'm just going to pick up the 8 main issues, or like I did with Original Sin, or if I'm gonna pick up the 8 main issues and all the tie-ins like I did with Infinity. So like I said, I'm kind of on the fence about that right now. I'll probably make my decision when Convergence really gets rolling. So yeah, but anyway, with all that being said, what do you say we get to the actual review? Well, actually, before I get to that, I just want to say, if this video doesn't run too long, stay tuned to the very end, because I have 4 back issue books I picked up yesterday that I want to show you guys. And one of those books is a very key issue comic to have in, well, actually, it's a key issue book for any collector to have in his collection. So again, stay tuned to the end to see what book I'm talking about. Alrighty? Alright, so first off, for those of you who watch my reviews, you guys would know that I like to start with the cover first, so let's check it out. And right off the bat, I gotta say, yes, I like this cover a lot, basically because Eric Van Scriver does the artwork on it, and I really liked his artwork on Green Lantern. So when I saw that he was doing the artwork, I was kind of curious to check it out, and after reading it too, the art's very nice. It's very sharp, and also Marcelo Maiolo, I hope I'm saying his last name right. If not, I apologize to any of his fans out there. With his colors and everything, they seem to go really good with Scriver's artwork, and it's basically a book of eye candy, pretty much. They meld very good together. So, and also another thing I like about the cover, well, for starters, it's a glossy cover. I love that, and well, we got Superman on the cover, and I like all the different Brainiacs on the cover as well. So very cool. So far I'm pretty sold on the cover alone. But now it's time to get down to what I like to call the nitty-gritty, the ins and outs of the actual review. And before I actually get into that, this is the part of the video where the veteran subscribers could fast forward it a little bit, because now I'm going to go into my little spiel like I always do. And that is, to any of the newer subscribers to my channel, If you notice at any time during this review or any of my newer past reviews, if I look up and down at the camera quite a bit, if it sounds like I'm just reading to you guys, the reason for that is I keep my notes in front of me. And the reason why I keep my notes in front of me is, for starters, I find it helps the review go along a lot smoother. Also, whatchamacallit, if let's say during the review, if I get stuck, I could look at my notes, I could see where I last was, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I was there, and continue. And third, I was never great at memorizing a chunk of text and then relaying it back to whatever audience I'm sitting in front of, all from memory. Was never one of my strong suits. So with the notes, it helps me. So if you guys are cool with that, great. We'll get through this review and we'll be on our merry way. Sound cool? Alright, so I'm going to give you the good, I'm going to give you the bad, and then I'm going to give you my overall idea, or let's say the verdict. So first off, the good. If you read Superman Doomed, you might be wondering what happened at the end. And now we kind of have an idea what happened, or sorry, what that last page of Doom really meant. And Convergence kicks off with Superman, or should I say our current New 52 Superman, finding himself facing a Brainiac unlike anything he's ever seen. This is where things get a little freaky. It turns out this is a massive version of Brainiac outside time and space. And we're treated to seeing the past versions of Brainiac and how they are all part of him. He explains to Superman his importance as he shows him the different moments he's died in other worlds. And when Brainiac's explanation over having different worlds and his plans to visit his world, Superman knows he has to do something about it, and this puts him up against even more Brainiacs. Dan Jurgens, if you don't know who he is, back in the 80s, he did work on the Booster Gold comics. I don't know if a lot of you are familiar with, well, I'm sure a lot of you out there are familiar with Booster Gold. It's just he's a character that I find either doesn't get a lot of talk or a lot of people don't like him. But anyway, Dan Jurgens, he did work on the original Booster Gold series, but let's not get sidetracked. Anyway, Dan Jurgens and Jeff Kings weave an interesting tale. It's a good setup in driving home the point of what the Convergence issue will be about, or sorry, what the issues will be about. You can't help but be intrigued, seeing hints and glimpses at the past versions, at past versions amps up some. It amps up some excitement. You might not have even realized you had it inside. You know what I mean? Like you see some past versions of characters or whatever, and as you're reading it, you're getting excited, and you don't even realize that you were going to, you know. So yeah, Ethan Van Sciver's art, as I mentioned, and Marcelo Maiolo's colors are like pretty much a loving smack in the face. Everything looks so crisp and detailed. You'll find yourself stopping and staring at each page. At least I did. I don't know about some of you guys out there, but again, it's only my opinion. So I did that. Seriously. You know, the scenes where we catch glimpses of other versions are like, if I had to say, pretty much a magnet for your eyes. You know, you can't help but really try to take a close look to take in all the details. So pretty cool. Now for the bad. You got to keep in mind this is a zero issue. So it's not a complete story, and it's not supposed to be. It's meant to set up the overall idea and story. We have some great moments, but some feel like just a way to showcase our hunger for nostalgia, pretty much. We had some really cool looking pages just to lead to the big setup and reveal on the final page. This issue was 30 pages long with an 11 page who's who in Convergence, but how will readers, and this is the big thing I was wondering, how will readers feel about an 8-part weekly series at almost $4.99 an issue? That's one of the views I heard online. A lot of people were talking about the price tag of the books and everything, but and when I say almost $4.99 an issue, I say that because when I was looking into some of the oh my God, excuse me, some of the one shots and everything, not all the books are $4.99. Some of them are $3.99. I mean, sure, it's not that big of a drop, but at least they're not all like $5 books, But anyway, so that's that. That's the only bad thing I had to say about the book. The actual my verdict or whatever you want to call it, plain and simple. April 1st, Convergence has begun. And basically, get ready to fasten your seatbelts as Dan Jurgens and Jeff King and Ethan Van Sciver prepare to take us and Superman on a crazy journey, unlocking the secrets behind Convergence while setting up the direction of the event. The idea becomes more and more interesting as you hear this ultimate version of Brainiac explain what's going on. And Ethan Van Sciver's art and Marcelo Maiolo's colors really crank up the excitement as we start to think about the possibilities this series could unleash. As a zero issue, it is a bit of a setup one, but that's to be expected. Hopefully, things will be cranked up even further in the following issues. And if you're looking for a taste of what to expect in Convergence, this issue gives you one that will make you feel, I'd like to say, a little warm inside. So with that, that's pretty much my thoughts on Convergence number 0. After reading it and everything, I liked it. So I'm probably going to continue with Convergence when the books come out. But again, like I said, not 100% sure on all the one shots and 2-part stories, or just gonna get the 8-issue main story. Not 100% sure yet, but well, a way for you guys to find out is the next time I do a comic book haul, or my weekly pickups or whatever. If you noticed, I got so and so one shot and this 2-part and this one shot. That's how you'll tell. So anyway, but all in all, I like the book. I like the who's who part at the end too. It was pretty cool. So yeah, I liked it. I'd recommend it if any of you out there want to check it out. So yeah. Anyway, so let's see. We're at 1408. I think I could sneak in those books I was talking about. Well, the thing is, I got more than just 4 books yesterday. I picked up a big chunk of current stuff, but it's all from the same series. Basically, I'm trying to finish my Future's End books. So I ended at issue 34. So I needed from 35 to 48, and I pretty much got them all yesterday, except issues 46 and 47. But those won't be hard to find. So I'm not going to show them all off because I'm going to be like, Future's End this. I'll just show you the back issue stuff I got. So I got these. Oh, and that one. All right. I'll show you the key issue last. So let me just put it there. So these three here that I got, these are actually part of an image series that I've never heard of before, but I was reading the write-up online and it sounded really cool because I had to deal with a fighter pilot and everything. And so I got issue 1, 3, and 4. I'm missing issue 2, and it's a series called The Red Wing. So if anyone out there has ever heard of this this little story, in the comments, let me know about it. I'm really curious to check it out. I'm kind of tempted to read issue 1, but like I said, since I don't have issue 2, again, I'm 50-50 if I should, just read it anyway or wait till I find issue 2. I don't know. So that's why, again, if any of you out there have ever read The Red Wing, in the comments below, let me know what you thought about it. And now, that key comic I was telling you about. To any of the Montreal viewers out there who watch my stuff, if you're familiar with the comic book shop Comic Co., which is where I got these books, you'll know that he used to be situated on Queen Mary, but there was a fire in the building where his store was, and a lot of his stuff got damaged, so he had to move. And when he was on Queen Mary, he was in a small space, so he didn't have a lot of room for a lot of stuff. But now he moved basically around the corner. He's on DeCarry now, and it's a bigger store. So in the back of the store, he has back issues, and he has a bunch of bins with some like Silver Age stuff. And I mean, he's got 80s stuff too. This is an 80s book, by the way. And so I usually like to go in there and look through because every now and then he fills them up with some new stuff. And there was one issue of this in there, and when I saw it, I was like, oh, I gotta get it. It's one of those books where I never thought I would own it one day, but the price was right. He actually lowered it a little bit for me, and I was like, yeah, that's coming home with me. So the book I'm talking about is G.I. Joe #1. Yes, sir. And looking at the shape this book is in, it's very nice. Now, mind you, unlike Tylox the Mighty, I do not have an eye for, looking at a book. Now, I'm not making fun or imitating, but, I do not have the eye for looking at a book and going, this is a VG or a VF, whatever. I've never had an eye for that. I can't grade a book worth, well, my grading is if the cover's falling off, that's poor condition. If there's no creases or bends in the cover, that's great condition. That's my grading. But from looking at this, there are no creases. There's no spine roll. It's in very nice shape. So as you can see there, he was originally asking 35 bucks for the book. He took tax off, and he only dropped it $5. But even though he did, he was telling me for the grade this book is in, even at 35 bucks, he said he was being generous. So I consider myself lucky to get it for even 30. So, and I'm lucky I have it now. And if I ever did think of getting it, let's say when a con comes around, now I don't have to worry about finding an outrageously priced version of this book. So So very cool. So yeah, that's that. And right off the bat, now that brings me to the end of the video, um, I've forgotten what my question was from Saturday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up a totally new question for you guys. I want to know who your favorite G.I. Joe is. And on Saturday, I'll tell you who mine is. Alrighty? So before leaving, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if I see that, well, I just know I got to work harder on pleasing you guys, the audience. And if you like this review, take a look around my channel. I got tons of other reviews. A little rundown on how my channel works. Wednesdays, I do a little series I call the Lame Supervillain or Superhero of the Week. I basically pick a lame comic book character, give you guys their little back history, when they made their first appearance, who created them, what books they appeared in, if they have powers and abilities, whatever. I give you a little mini history lesson. Then on Thursdays, I give you a review of a current book. And then on Saturday, I either give you a review of a back issue book, a book that's pretty much caught my eye, something that strikes me as, if I see it on the shelf, I'll be like, ooh, what's this? I think I'm going to review that kind of deal. Or if it's a very talked about book in, the comic community. So like I always refer to like when Spider-Gwen #1 came out. It was a very talked about book, so that's why I reviewed it on a Saturday for the weekend review. So if you dig that, check all that stuff out. If you're into unboxings, even though I know a lot of people aren't, every month I do an unboxing because I'm a subscriber to Loot Crate. So it is one of my promises to my subscribers and viewers that every month, no matter what, as soon as I get it, I unbox it for you guys. And my other promise is anyone who subscribes to me, I subscribe to you. Because I figure you're taking the time out of your schedule to watch my videos. It's only fair to return the favor, and I take the time to watch your videos. And trust me, there's a lot of you out there who have some really good videos, whether it be hauls to your collections to whatever. I love seeing it all. So yeah, everyone out there in the community, keep up the great work. So anyway, we're at like 22 minutes now, so I don't want this to go any longer. I don't want to bore you guys to death. So I'm going to cut it here and say, till Saturday, this is Punisher88 signing off. See ya!